Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. This is Shady Acres. Here we have 20 acres where we raise goats, guineas, dogs, and we're figuring out this whole homesteading thing.
We raise Kyle too. I'm one of the animals.
Well, you sure think like them.
That's a valid point. Guys, today is the last day of summer. And boy, let me tell you,
Are you serious?
100%. At
didn't know that.
8:44 Eastern time tomorrow morning, the equinox, something about fall, blah, blah, blah. I thought today was the first day of fall, but
I didn't know that.
that's why I'm telling you. They're learning, you're learning. Tomorrow's the first day of fall. Today's the last day of summer, and the high is 94 degrees. It's 91 right now, and you stand in that sun, it doesn't take but a few seconds, and you start sweating.
It's hot.
But we've got some things we've got to do today. You guys know, like Shannon said, we've got 11 goats down there and a Hercules, our livestock guardian dog. Up here, we've got about 31 guineas, 3 different generations, 5 full adults, 8, 9 minus 1, new ones that are now free ranging, officially as of yesterday, all of them. I was leaving them in the run, half of them, and kind of training them, but one of you sent this book, and you kept telling me in the premiere and in comments, dude, read the book. That will answer your questions. You know what I did? I sat down yesterday and I read the entire book cover to cover.
The entire
The whole thing.
book, cover to cover.
I mean, it's very easy read. Guys, if you're looking to get into guineas, I'm so sorry, I forget the viewer's name that sent this, but this book right here quite literally has all the answers that Shannon and I have scoured the internet for and learned ourselves as we've been doing this. So this will be a great reference, and I was kind of checking in on timing because we've got 18 in our brooder. So we've got these 8 here that were born on June 23rd, making them 3 months old here in a couple days. The ones in the brooder were born August 18th. And they're gonna talk to us a little bit. And so they are at the age, technically, the ones in the brooder that is, they can come out of the brooder now. But they're also of the age that they could stay in there for another couple weeks. My problem is 18 of them, they're filling up this brooder pretty well. And Shannon keeps letting them out.
I'm sure you guys all believe it's me letting them out. They're escape artists. That's
are.
all there is to it.
Yep, they get to an age, and guys, I have a very small gap at the top of the door where my hardware cloth meets the door. And if it's just that much, they will sit there and fly at it until they finally get out. Then they panic. They don't know what to do. So we did have to catch 4 of them, I think it was last night.
No. We did not catch 4 of them. Kyle and Bruno caught 4 of them.
I was gonna say, Bruno caught 1. Fortunately, Shannon and I were outside talking, hanging out, enjoying the weather, and she heard it, and she's like, hey, something's going on. I'm over here, and sure enough, man, Bruno is right over the top of one of them.
Yeah.
And I got there just in time. Sorry, it's a little windy too, which is actually kind of nice. Got there just in time to save that bird's life and keep Bruno from tasting one of these delicious guineas. I don't want that to happen.
Me either.
If you don't know, Bruno is our 8-month-old Pitahula. He's a pit bull Catahoula mix. He's an amazing dog, but boy, let me tell you, it's been a long 7 months of training. Not complaining, therefore I can't say anything else about that, but he's doing a good job.
But Kyle has put a lot of time into training him, and he's a really, really good dog. For the amount of high energy that he is and the type of dog that he is, he's well beyond what I would say puppies his age typically would be. So thanks, Kyle.
Thank you so much. You too, though.
No.
You have to. I have to
let him
train
get away
you.
with all the bad things.
Well, you do spoil him a little bit, but I have to train you on how I train him, so we're using the same terms and everything.
That's true.
Guys, there's a million ways to train your dog. And I take a little bit from all million ways, and I do it my own way. And boy, let me tell you, he's a good boy.
He is.
And I love him. Okay, so talking about Bruno's training, talking about free range and these guineas, a big part of this is his training. He does a good job with the adult birds, but it's mostly because the adult birds are familiarized with predators. And Bruno technically is a predator to them. So they're really good at getting up in trees, and he'll chase them sometimes, but you know, I've been working on that training. These new littles in here, I'm actually gonna call them the mediums, because these are my littles, guys. Remember seeing them just a few videos ago? They're not so little anymore. And let me tell you something. When it's time to fly, they know right where they're going. But the younger the bird, the more the temptation to a Bruno man. I can tell you that right now. Because they are so spastic. This is that gap I'm talking about. Don't let there be that much of a gap in your brooder. I had some nails in here, birds. I've only got one left. You guys keep flying into it. And that's how I kept that mesh down. But if I just kind of stick it down into the front piece, I think that'll keep them in. You know what assuming does, though. So hopefully we don't have any birds out tonight. But our problem now, guys, like I said, they're too tight in there. They're okay. They could last probably another week or so, but the fact that it just kind of dawned on me that all the mediums are in the shed.
Yeah, they're just checking them out.
What are we doing? You know, speaking of, here's two of the adults. We don't need to have a shed party, guys. I got to get you out of my shed. It smells like bird poo.
Speaking of getting them out of the shed, that's on the agenda today.
Yep. We got to make some changes in the run, but we're just kind of going to jump into putting all 18 in the run. And then
Good idea or bad idea? We'll find out.
yeah. It does not speak specifically on raising multiple flocks, if you will, of guineas. The book, that is. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're getting crazy. Okay.
Time to get out of the shed, guys.
Come on, birds. Uh-huh. So I think we got to get away from the shed and the brooder a little bit. That's what's causing them to do that. Got to find some shade. It's hot. So yes, that is my custom built shed. It's 60% recycled materials. I love that thing. But for the past, I don't even know how many months now, it has been a bird coop, a guinea coop, more or less. But that's okay. We're going to change that in the future. But today we are going to try and move the run over here. Because if you don't like or don't want grass or weeds in an area, all you've got to do is move a run like this, something to contain guineas. I believe chickens will do the same thing, but they annihilate the dirt. They eat the seeds, they eat the grass, they do eat insects, but there is really nothing left in here for them to forage on. So Shannon came up with the bright idea, we're gonna move it to a grassy spot before we bring the 18 out. And then we got to see if tonight, when the new 8, the medium ones, when they come back, will they come to where the new run is, even if it's only 30 feet away? I don't know, but that's our goal for today.
I can't believe you're wearing a black shirt when it's 90 degrees outside.
So you can't see my sweat. Chad and Case taught me that. I kid you not. All my gray shirts just tattle on me. This thing has been awesome.
Yeah, it has.
I love just pouring a whole bag in and they can just munch on it whenever.
If you notice, I'm standing in the shade while Kyle walks back and forth in the sun and does all the work.
Oh, they notice.
I think I've got it figured out.
Do you want to refill this, freshen all that good stuff while we're at it?
I will once we get them in there.
Okay. $140 hours on the money.
Excuse me, birds. All right, birds, you're going to your new home today. Down.
Are good?
Just a little bit more. Maybe not that much, my bad. That should be good. What do you need me to do?
Why don't you go ahead and open the door? That way I can drive it all the way up and let the door go inside the doorway of the run and try to match up my left side even with the mesh on the outside of the run.
Hey birds, are you ready for your new home?
So I've got to be honest, if any of them get out right here in this little area and come out this way or whatever, as long as we get the majority of them in there, we'll be able to get them in there. It's just like last night when they got out, I was able to catch all 4 of them. It may not be until dusk that we can do it, but we're gonna find out. I think honestly, the only option I have here, unless you feel like crawling in there and spooking them out, is I'm gonna go get our golf shafts that we use to corral them and just kind of get them behind them and try to spook them that direction.
I think that's a great idea.
Because they'll go fluttering and flying when I do that.
I don't really want to crawl in there and have them fly at my face, babe.
Yeah, and it's a mess in there. You should really, honestly, imagine we have masks on right now.
Yeah.
Just, they're there.
Yeah.
So other than the time those 4 escaped and the few times when they were real little that I held them, this is their first time out in fresh air. This will be their first time touching any soil besides something inside the shed, besides the one that Bruno scared out and was gonna try to hurt, but that's a whole different story. So there's a lot of firsts for these guys right now. Now, are you ready for them to flutter at you?
I'm not sure that I am, but I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna do okay.
Come on, birds. Up and out, you know you want to. Up and out, come on.
Come on, birds.
Come on, birds, up and out.
There you go.
One. Go in that run right there. You too.
Come on, birds.
There's one.
Call your buddies. There we go. Good job, birds.
Up and out, guys. I know you know how to fly. You're gonna make me do this the harder way, aren't you? This is where you hold your breath, because stuff flies. You should have a mask on, babe. I don't know why you don't.
I can't believe you're crawling in there.
I'm in here every day.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Delicious.
I cannot believe you're in there.
I mean, how else are we gonna get
I know,
done?
I understand, I get it. It's just, look, the adults are coming over to check on the littles.
It smells so good.
You're gonna need another shower after this. You're doing great, babe. Good job.
Just take a deep breath each time.
Look, guys, you're doing great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not even halfway. You know, one of the sections in that book that I was reading talked about clipping their wings, which is something you would do if you didn't want them to fly out of a fence or a pen or something. We can't clip ours. They need to be able to get away from predators. But in reading the process, I can't imagine how fun that would be to try to get a hold of each and every one of them. You got to cut 10 feathers on each wing.
No way.
You can do it on just one. But yeah, I mean, just getting a hold of them, and I don't know if they would eventually calm down while you're holding them. And they're mature enough at that point that there's no blood in the feather. And so it's not a painful thing for them.
Okay.
But yeah, that would just be a very fun event. I've seen some videos on it too, and that's not for us.
No thanks.
Which ours need to be able to fly. They've got to be able to get up in trees if Bruno comes by or all the other predators we have out here.
Yeah.
Woo, they're panting, I'm panting. Let's keep going. Well, whoever put this roosting bar in here and screwed it down made this really hard on me. Dad, burn it. Fix your wing. Atta bird, good job. Who's next? Somebody hop up here. That made it way easier. I think I need that shower about now.
Look, they all flock to each other.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the largest bird herd we have had. And collectively, of course. Guys, we moved here from the city. We've never had guineas before. That's why I mentioned the book in the beginning. All these guineas you see, these are our very first guineas. The 5 adults were the first 11 that we had originally. And their purpose, and it says this stuff in the book too, but it is for insect control. Some people will raise them and eat them. And I may be doing that one of these days, especially if we've got too many males, because it's just like roosters amongst chickens. But for us, they're pets, they're fun and entertaining. Says that in the book, it's justification here. And the insect control. We have ticks real bad. Look at the adults over there in the dirt where the run was. That's where the medium ones were making their dust baths, and they're like, hey, thanks, this is perfect. He might come right at you here. Well, silly bird. That's everybody.
Good job, birds.
So once the panic subsides and they're not feeling like they're terrified for their lives, they will start picking at this grass immediately. I think the last flock that we put in, they just kind of went around the perimeter about 678 times, which is why we put the feed and the water on the perimeter, because they figure out their limitations and they'll just walk around and around and around. They're a very curious bird.
I didn't even do all the work and I'm exhausted and hot. I'm too used to that air conditioning already.
I know, I do this.
It's hot out here.
This is why I was so excited at the beginning of the video when I mentioned tomorrow being the first day of fall, and the forecast has like 70s and 80s coming up soon.
Man.
I think we're gonna be on our way down.
I hope so.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the weekend.
Yeah.
All right, let's go inside and get cooled off for just a little bit.
Okay.
And clean some feathers off me.
Yeah, you need that.
Hey, welcome to the camper. We don't bring you guys in here very often. Well, we do a lot out here. You guys know all the scheduling with the animals, the projects, trying to get everything timed out. One thing we're not great at, all the time anyway, is planning our meals. Factor has sent us some meals to try. These are meals, self-contained, ready to go in about 2 minutes. And they are fresh, never frozen. You keep them in the refrigerator, and when it's time to eat, you go grab one, you throw it in the microwave, and 2 minutes later, you're eating. That could not be more perfect for Shannon's and my lifestyle. And aside from that, who likes to go to the grocery store? Raise your hand. These are chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals a lot of meals that Shannon and I, honestly, we wouldn't or couldn't make on our own. So we get a huge variety with over 35 different options in a week, and we get to try new things. I think the biggest benefit for me personally, it is when I'm working during the day. Lunchtime's rolling up, my stomach's growling, but I don't always stop to eat. Ready in less than 2 minutes, easy to prep. So head over to factor75.com or use the link below and code K&S Get Out 50 to receive 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month of orders. Again, that's code K&S Get Out 50 at factor75.com to receive 50% off your first box and 20% off of your next month of orders.
Hey, thanks for cooking us dinner.
I did. Hey babe, I will also do dishes tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. Did you just ask for this orange tape measure?
Yeah, because you stole my good one and I don't know where it is.
No, you lost your good one.
To my wife who stole it and replaced it.
Mine is right there. I know where it is. I don't need yours.
It's that cruddy one.
I'm just saying, that's my tape measure.
I'd like to find mine.
You should find yours.
Well, tell me where you hid it. I'll know where it's at.
I didn't hide it.
I don't believe you for a second. It's a good one.
Is that a complete roosting bar?
Almost. We're missing one key ingredient. Ta-da!
Great job.
Thanks. Left-handed.
Good job being ambidextrous.
Hey, thanks. I'm not naturally good at that. I like it.
Me too.
Very natural. And recycled lumber.
Here you go.
And trees.
Solid.
Nailing it.
Screwing it. Just being honest.
How's it going there?
They love it.
All right, we got Deputy Bruno out. We're probably, I mean, it's kind of dusk-ish because of our tree line. He's a bird herder. He does herd them. We have been working on our training so that he's not a bird hurter, and he's doing a pretty good job. But now our challenge, we've got the new 9x2, the 18 in there on those roosting bars, and they're on them. They're on them already. That makes me so happy.
Me too. I didn't expect that so quick.
I didn't either. I really, even these guys, the other new 9-1, took them a day or two to get up on it. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on Bruno because
Well, let's
it's
just
a training
walk that
thing.
way and he'll come with us.
Come on, bub. Bring him over here, big guy. Come on, birds. That's a boy. So much has changed since I took my nap, Mom. My shed is clear, my room moved, everything. Well, hi, little birdies. You're not into brooder. Golly, I did not think they would take to it that quickly, and all of them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Bruno, leave it, bub. So yes, new challenge. Not new challenge, same challenge. We just have to work on his training. These guys, this is about the earliest we could put them out here, but he's seen them. He feeds them with me every single morning. In fact, the other 8, the medium-sized ones, the non-adults, they're trying to roost right now. They're trying to go inside the shed. Shannon's got her official sticks of herding, but here's the problem. Here comes the helper. Come on, Bruno,
birds.
push him this way, bub. Come on, birds. That's our metal recycle pile right there. All right, baby, you gotta think like a bird. You gotta move like a ninja, think like a bird. Yeah, get low.
Come on, birds.
Get a stick on either side of them. Bruno, help her out, dude.
Keep going. When they start to flutter, I can't get low like them.
This might be the most entertaining moment we have today.
Bruno, you're pushing them too far. Push them the other way.
Bruno, come. There we go. The other question is, how are they gonna do with the other 18? They've not been in there with them. This is a separate crew. Are
They're
you
like,
equipped to
is
do
where our
this?
house was.
Huh?
This is where their house was. This is where they just went to.
I know. We gotta. That's what I told you that before we moved it. I said they're not gonna know where the run is.
We'll teach them. It's okay. Go on, birds. Keep going. Keep going. Hey, go on. Go on. There you go.
We should probably open the door, huh?
Yeah.
The problem is I got to make sure Bruno doesn't go inside. He's over here looking at the others.
They're coming.
Come on, birds. You're doing great. Come on, birds. Get in there. Hurry. Here comes Bruno. Hurry. Hurry.
Go.
Get in there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now, is there going to be a guinea fight? No, look, they went right up there. Like, hey, this is our roosting setup. We're not attacking. This is quite literally the first time these two generations of guineas have been together.
Stay down, Bruno.
Off, bub. All right, everybody get along. Tell you what, I'm gonna try to get in there with him.
You're gonna try to get in there? Oh my gosh, that's a death sentence.
Why?
You're gonna get fluttered in the face.
No, at this time of day, they start to get real lethargic. They just want to get up and roost. And Bruno, man, it's okay, Bubba. It's okay, big guy. Yeah, I know it. By the way, nice new collar, dude. You're looking good.
He's prepared for hunting season.
That's why I bought the orange one.
I love it.
Deer season's coming up, turkey, everything else. And I thought, you know what? If he's gonna roam the land, I want him to have a little bit of orange on him. So the irony here, at least, because they have fear of him, they're all like, see how they're all getting along? Look how much bigger the first ones are. And look, these guys are taking to him. Help us!
Oh my gosh!
You know what the next one is. So if you notice, he does have two collars on. One is the E-collar, and I just gave him the tone, a little bit of vibrate, just so he knows I have it, and he needs to be aware.
Okay, it is really cute that the littles are all like flocking to the bigger ones.
I couldn't agree more.
They're like, what do we do? What do we do?
But it makes me really happy that, I mean, look at that. Even there's one that they're following them. They're following the big ones. Oh, that's great. Can you guys live in harmony in here together? You know the challenge, another challenge, I don't think there's a lot of challenges mentioned today, is gonna be trying to get out the 8 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And not all the littles.
Yeah.
I guess if we get some of them out on accident, it'll be okay.
They'll be okay.
They'll stay right outside the run, just like these guys did with each other.
All right, Bruno, let's leave them alone and let them kind of find their peace.
All right, kiddos, we got starter food. These little guys still need the starter food. It's not like 100% necessary. And then we got regular game bird food because these guys don't need the starter food anymore. The only difference is the protein content. So if they eat that food like they're about to, no big deal, and vice versa. But this is a guinea farmer's dream right here. It's happening. It's working. As long as you're good about it. Be a herder, not a hurter. Good job, birds. What a good guinea day. Look at you. Are you being protective? Nice work. Yeah, it's okay. Well, it was extremely hot.
So hot I had to go back in and take a nap.
I gotta go change clothes. I've been sweating for at least 6 hours straight now.
Yeah, you stink. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I smell like roses. You don't have that smell-o-vision stuff, do you?
My nose is broken, so I wouldn't know any different anyway.
Yeah. Well, this, you know, I was telling Shannon earlier, we have been chomping at the bit to get to this phase in the guinea saga because we hatched so many of them in such a short amount of time. And it has been awesome, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. Had to give up my shed for it. We had to add that run. The run up the hill needs some major work, and I don't really know that we like it up there. It served its purpose, but hauling water and food and dealing with that, it is way less than ideal. And a lot of you guys said that.
Yeah.
So we moved it closer to us, make it a little bit easier to monitor.
I may find a way to attach the two of them to give them some more room. I don't know.
I'll let her. Unless she just tells me what to do, then I'll do that too. But it's nice. And the other thing, I think, because Bruno is now on scene and all day, every night, he's making his rounds. Of course, his fecal matter.
His scent.
His scent, his turdlets.
He's putting his scent everywhere.
So predators know there are a couple of dogs on this property now, and I'm hopeful that will help a little bit. None of these guys will be ready to lay until next season, so we don't have to worry about the nests, and nobody of the adults are laying on a nest. All 5 of them are out and about. That's part of our guinea journey.
We don't know if they're still laying eggs or not. If they are, they're hidden, but they're at least all together.
If their clutch got to 10 to 12 eggs, according to the book, they're gonna start laying on them.
Okay.
So it's been so many days that they definitely would have been laying 10 to 12 eggs, but I don't know. Maybe they just kind of gave up on it for the year. They're pretty smart birds. They're really fascinating. If you're interested in it, check out that book. I'll try to get Shannon a link to put it down below. It is not a sponsorship whatsoever. I'm just telling you, for all the research we've done, it's a great resource for how to raise guineas. So thank you for sending that. We're following it to a T. Shannon's gonna read it tomorrow.
I don't need to. You already read it all.
I'll be the resource. All right, guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you, and we thank you for coming along on this fun, crazy journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.